Okay, would you like to briefly describe what kind of event we are talking about today?
Yeah, so we are talking about a rhythmic gymnastic national level competition where I was a head judge a few weeks ago. So, as I said, it was a national level competition. We had categories as in individuals and groups, and I think the youngest ones were 8 and the oldest ones were senior categories.
Were there any nationalities than Finnish in this competition?
No, unfortunately not. I know that in some years this event, it was called SVS Open. It has been international where there has been participate from Estonia, Russia, even from Sweden and Norway, I think.
Okay, and what was your role in this organizing this event?
So this time I was a head judge. So I was responsible for everything related to the judging. So as you know, rhythmic gymnastic is a evaluation sport. So it's an important part of the competition.
Okay, so how many judges there were in this competition?
This time we actually had quite many. So there were approximately 30 judges, which I was responsible of.
Okay, so quite a big group. Okay, then what must be done to success in your task, and when is it event successful? So there's two questions.
Yeah, so for the first one, I think everything you can do in advance, you should do, since this was over 300 participant competition. So there's not much time during the weekend to solve issues and problems. So everything you can do in advance and design and plan in advance, it will make the competition successful. And the other part, or the other reason what makes the competition successful, I think it's, of course, everybody having fun. We are solving all the problems, everything goes smoothly, but also that the club is able to organize the event next year and it has a continuum. And of course, maybe if the federation or other media catch it, it would be nice to have more visibility.
Okay, when organizing an event, you must always be prepared for surprises. Give an example of unforeseen situation, how it got through. So I know that this kind of situation there are always.
Yeah, and actually, especially in our sport, during the COVID pandemic, the scoring system was developed quite a lot because you have to do more in distance. So even though we have quite good scoring system where the judges give the scores in their place and we don't need any extra papers, it usually works very well, but this time there was a few problems since they have changed a few settings in the system. So there was quite a lot of hustle during the competition, and we although at the same time keep the competition rolling. So in this situation, I think the most important thing is to stay calm and then just continue the competition and try to solve it as you go. And this time it worked.
Okay, so can you give some tips to our participants, I mean young leaders, how to organize a successful sport event?
Yeah, of course, because this is something which I would have find very important and good if I would have known this from the beginning. But for myself, who has done the sport actually and have been a judge many years, I know quite a lot of about our sport and the judging system and the competitions. So, but if you are organizing a sport event which you are not so familiar, I think the most important thing is that get all the knowledge about the specific things from that sports. For example, about the field or the competition area size, how many judges do you need, like a minimum amount? Do you need extra personnel to handle other situations, and about these specific things about the sport related?
Okay, and then one bonus question. When you have an international competition, so does it need some extra help, or how do you do it in different way than when it's a national competition?
I think, like you said, I think the most important thing to have extra staff, because you have to also organize accommodation, transportation, and a lot of other things which you don't need when it's a national competition. But other than that, of course, the language is sometimes a problem. If everybody speaks English, it's fine. But in our sport, we had a lot of, at least we had a lot of participants from Russia, Ukraine, Estonia, where they usually speak Russian. So then there has been some complicated events, but that's something you should take according.
Thank you, Eve, for your time.